I had a 2-year-old son who I obviously had to try and explain that Daddy wasn't coming home. Yeah, it's something you really don't ever really want to tell your child. On the Saturday, the 23rd of August, and the Friday night actually, I had put Matheson, my son, down to bed. And it was the first time that Matheson kind of woke through the night into the early hours of the morning, and he wouldn't settle at all. Because he didn't sleep, eventually I got up and I went down the stairs and I switched the TV on, and the headline was 3 killed in Iraq. And it was almost like a kind of instant, I just knew that it was Matt. You know, I just had this feeling. So I phoned my parents who stayed in Jersey at the time. And of course my dad was just, you know, Raquel, you know, it'll be fine, you know, you would have had the knock on the door by now, somebody would have been there. But still I just couldn't settle. I went up the stairs and the window looked down into the courtyard and I could hear like a diesel engine go by, and I just knew then at that point, I thought, this is the car coming with a diesel engine. It just kind of thought, Anyway, the door opened to the courtyard and I saw a man come through the courtyard dressed in a pinstripe suit, and at that point I knew that what he was there for. So I ran down the stairs and opened the door. He asked, you know, are you Raqual Harper-Titchener, wife of Major Matthew Titchener? And I said yes. And at that point he said, can I come in? And I said, he's dead, isn't he? I was 20 weeks pregnant, so I was very aware that I had to eat, I had to continue, you know, trying to kind of get up in the morning. Going into labour with Angel was probably the point where I just remember thinking, I can't do this, just can't think how I'm going to go forward from this. You know, the person that I had imagined spending the rest of my life with, who was the love of my life, we just had everything, we had it all. And when I spoke at Matt's funeral, what I'd said was that we were together 10 years and some people will never have what we had in 10 years. I had what I used to call shower moments. I didn't like to cry in front of the kids, or even that for matter of fact, like my mum and my dad, my sister and things, because I was very much aware they were grieving as well, and you're trying to hold it together. So I used to go for a shower, and that would be where the water would just come down, and for me it was like you weren't crying because that went into the water with the shower. So Matt, as I said, was very proud to be in the army. As a family, we celebrate Matt all the time. So on the anniversary of his death in August, we all come together. He's spoken about on a daily basis. You know, he's really is part of us all. And it's amazing, you know, the cards that come maybe on the first anniversary, and then you get to your second and your third, and they get lesser and lesser, to the point that this year, the only anniversary card I received was from the Army Widows Association. I think the biggest thing from the people get from the Army Widows Association is really that you're with people that just get it, and the support and the friendship that comes from that is amazing and very, very strong. I needed a lot of support in those early days, and as life has moved forward, I continue to need that support. And that's where I found the Army Widows Association, a fabulous charity that was set up to help today's widows. If you would like to support charities like the Army Widows Association, please play the Veterans Lottery. Thank you.